me build another life, find another space, explore the world and find my place. Hope you find some peace of mind, hope the night was worth your time. Threw my heart away, we won't see another day. We both know the score, we've been here once before. So many words unspoken, you took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait, I can take the pain. I will surrender, let me go. It's a new adventure. On the new adventure. You'll find me dancing on my own, nowhere to be, nowhere to go. In the rhythm I don't think of you, don't call me up when you're feeling blue. You'll find me dancing on my own, nowhere to be, nowhere to go. In the rhythm I don't think of you, let me go. It's a new adventure. On the new adventure.
I got you and your vibes in my mind, I can't get them out, no matter how hard I try. I need you and your heart next to mine, yeah, I'm all about keeping it you and I. When you're here, you spark chemical reactions, your aura strikes like lightning. Got no words, I'm just drowning in attraction. Only one way to describe it. It's electric, can you feel it? You got the only touch that takes me high. It's electric, I'm up in my feelings. Got double vision 'cause of you tonight. It's electric. Lost in your eyes every time, there's no turning back. Swear I ain't got a chance. Had me caught up in you since the night on
there's no doubt. Gotta get out of this small town. You took my heart from me. Now you're everywhere I see. Set me free, let me fly. Let me find new kinds of highs. We're just wasting here, waiting for another year. We both know the score. We've been here once before. So many words unspoken. You took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait, I can take the pain. I will surrender, let me go on a new adventure. On a new adventure. On a new adventure. Let me go, it's my time. Watch me build another life. Find another space. Explore the world and find my place. Hope you find some peace of mind. Hope the night was worth your time. Threw my heart away. We won't see another day. We both know the score. We've been here once before. So many words unspoken. You took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait, I can take the pain. I will surrender, let me go. It's a new adventure. On a new adventure. You'll find me dancing on my own. Nowhere to be, nowhere to go. In the rhythm I don't think of you. Don't call me up when you're feeling blue. You'll find me dancing on my own. Nowhere to be, nowhere to go. In the rhythm I don't think of you. Let me go. It's a new adventure. On a new adventure.
I got you and your vibes in my mind, I can't get them out, no matter how hard I try. I need you and your heart next to mine, yeah, I'm all about keeping it you and I. When you're here, you spark chemical reactions. Your aura strikes like lightning. Got no words, I'm just drowning in attraction. Only one way to describe it. It's electric, can you feel it? You got the only touch that takes me high. It's electric, I'm up in my feelings. Got double vision 'cause of you tonight. It's electric. Lost in your eyes every time, there's no turning back. Swear I ain't got a chance. Had me caught up in you since the night
Hello and good morning, and you are watching our FSL PUBG Mobile Open, and I am SisJenny. With me together is Mochii.
Hi everyone, and hopefully everyone is doing well right now in your homes. I hope everyone's chilling, and hopefully you guys have already eaten your lunch, your dinner, or your breakfast, whatever it may be. And we'll be seeing the beauty and the prowess of women once again here in the PUBG Mobile Open, brought to you by FSL. And of course, we would like to thank our sponsors who made this tournament possible, which is Yahoo and of course Intel.
Yep, definitely. So I'm sure you guys are very ready to watch the ladies battle it out as we get the heat on fire because today is actually the qualification rounds for them to proceed into the finals. So both groups have to get into the top eight.
Yes, definitely. And so far, we're seeing really great teams here from both Group A and Group B. But this time, it's going to be Group B who will be live here on our broadcast channels. And once again, we're also live on Twitch and even on YouTube. So if you want to check it out there, then go ahead and do so. But so far, we have our teams respectively from the land of Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam, Indonesia, Philippines, Myanmar, and Mongolia. Slay, literally.
Sure enough, yes, and they are definitely representing for each countries for them to get into the final round. So, some of these teams we don't need to introduce them because they have been here for a while, and some of them probably just change of teams. The names are the same, meaning they're IGNs. So we will read to you guys of the list itself of the teams that will be participating because as of now, there will be some that is not in yet. So we will just do it once the lobby begins.
Yes, definitely. And so far, I am quite curious because, of course, it's my first time here in FSL, Jenny. I am quite curious what are or who are the most remarkable teams that you think we should really watch out for.
Remarkable teams. If you were to put it in a record, I think it would be teams that is representing Indonesia because the previous FSL Open PUBG M Open for ladies, the one that brought back the title is actually from an Indonesia team. So it is like Bigatron, Aeon, but today they are not in, but they are representative from Indonesia, and then there's a little bit of the fight from Philippines.
Let's see. I'm quite excited of how it's going to unravel here in our first day of the PUBG Mobile Open. But of course, I've been seeing a lot of representatives from Malaysia as well. So there might be a chance that they might actually have more tickets to actually secure a spot here for the top eight for tomorrow. And hopefully that will be the case for the. I mean, it's each to their own, I guess. And of course, there's still a lot of chance for everyone to do so since there's a lot of factors and variabilities that has to be considered so that they will be able to secure their spot as well. I mean, it's a game of luck and skill too.
Yep, definitely. They will show their skill sets based on how their rotation in. And plus, today we will kickstart with going into one of the OG maps, which is in Erangel. So definitely, it will take them some time for them to get into the center. Though in one lobby we have respectively 12 to 13 teams. Hence, I don't think there will be much pressure for big maps like Erangel and Miramar itself. Maybe for Sanhok, and some of these teams are known for aggressive gameplay. So probably we will see a few pushes coming from the teams that we probably will mention a bit later. Want to keep you guys in the surprise vibes first because you guys are probably wondering which are these teams we are talking about.
Yes, actually, and so far, of course, in the land of Erangel is just a classic standard map that everyone really knew about, and of course, with the fair share distribution of great drops, spots, you know what it is. But in terms of Erangel, like what Sis Jenny said, I think it would be pretty standard for everyone, and I think there is nothing to actually look out for unless for the fact that there is this specific time where everyone should meet at the end eventually. But I'm quite curious about how they will be actually play this since so far we have low kill points, which every kill is just equivalent to 1 point. So I think they would prioritize their standings more or their placements more rather than going for the aggression. But let's see, we might be wrong.
You're right. I think they would go for elimination first because actually, ladies, when you put them in a lobby, they are very aggressive, and that's what we kind of saw the previous PUBG Mobile Open for FSL. So it's something that we have to be wary because these ladies are made to eliminate.
Yes, definitely. And like what we said earlier, they literally slay everyone who
Yeah.
comes down to their path. And of course, I mean, we'll be going into the game just in a while. And so far,
Yep,
let's
in a
see.
bit,
Really
we
excited.
will fly into the OG map, and definitely the ladies will show us where exactly they want to be. There we go. We start the flight
Ooh.
route over in Novo, ends near shooting range.
And so far, the flight path seems really great. No, I mean good distribution. There's a lot of areas they can actually go on to, except for the fact maybe onto the military base, considering that it might be pretty difficult if ever that the circle is at the upper boundaries of the map, because it just means that they'll be gatekept, or there is a high chance that they'll be gatekept. But let's see. Seems like they're going forward, and here we go.
Yep, and it seems like I don't think anybody is interested to go into Soft Noska, because I think the first
Mm-hmm.
team that has landed into the areas, or maybe this is where they are planning to go for Team AKA from Malaysia, AKA X1 De Luna, probably is aiming towards the Milta areas, and then we are seeing a few teams that would probably prefer the mainland of Erangel itself.
Yes, definitely. And so far, it's really great. I mean, no one's really going for the main areas here towards the flight path. I mean, it might just mean them trouble if they would do so. But we are seeing two teams here, actually, three teams who are heading towards the same path as one another. So this might actually call for an early gunfight if they were able to gear themselves up that early. But let's see how it's going to happen here, because so far we're seeing a couple, or actually three teams who are in a really good spot wherein all the players for themselves and they'll have peace at the meantime.
Mhm. Yeah, but you know what, Mochi, the circle decides to close and a portion of Sovnoska,
Wow.
so probably some of these teams would have regretted, like, hey, I should have gone
Yeah.
into Sovnoska, because nobody is over in the islands of Erangel, which is Novo, Repnoye, and Sovnoska. But that's too early to say, because yes, like what Mochi said, I totally agree. We are probably looking for an early contention over in the areas of school and the outskirts of Yasenaya.
Yeah. And wow, okay. I think we totally jinxed it now. Like Subsnoska has definitely been the good area for the circle to be in, and everyone should have dropped there. But yeah, I guess it's just really great if they will be safe. But so far, of course, it's going to be the same thing of looting and gearing themselves before heading towards onto a fight. And so far, I think Arango is just. I mean, it's just the classic, like what I said earlier, a blank canvas for any strategies, flexible due to its terrain, and of course the featured infrastructures that it has.
Based on the trains, I think this is probably one of the best or favorite maps that the players would prefer. But right now, we are looking to team number 5, and this is coming from Malaysia. They are called Farang Alesi. And in the
Mm.
roster, earlier we did see a few of the names, but here we go. We are looking into team number 9, and this team is actually from Malaysia also. They are called TG. So if I'm not mistaken, PPG is actually an old lineup from
Oh.
season 1. So looking at the name of the players, maybe we have one or two from the O lineup. So again, these two teams are known for aggressive gameplay, and they are from the same country of Malaysia.
Yeah, and actually, it is really astounding to have five representatives under one group. So we have five representatives for Malaysia specifically, and this is one of those teams. It's CGPPG as well, and so far, it's actually going to be once again a lot of tickets for them to secure a spot. But that's because maybe the underdogs, or rather the more minorities, may actually rise up to the top, and we wouldn't know what they really have right now. What strat are they thinking of so far?
Yeah, true enough. But at least for now, they would probably focus on looting.
Mm-hmm.
Along the sidelines of Yasenaya, we have team number 8, and probably Goddess, Derrero, or something, getting a little bit of the damage. I think she's left with about 2 HP. Not sure exactly what happened there, but this team that we're talking about is from Myanmar, Goddess. So they are just at the sidelines of where TGPPG is in. Yep, so the name is Goddess Dora. She gets in
Mm.
a little bit of the damage. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but definitely probably looking at it might be from shots from far, or even Mira from TGPPG.
Girl, Myanmar should really play this safe. As far as we know, they're the only representative from Myanmar. So, yeah, at least they've been able to save themselves from that contestment, and hopefully they will be safe for after a long while. But so far, we're seeing great presence here from both teams of Team 8, which is Goddess, and of course still TGPPG. But let's see if they actually meet each other later on, since they're at the upper boundary of the circle. So there might be a chance that they'll be able to face each other head on later on.
Yep, definitely. They would have to do a little bit of the looting and try to, rotate themselves out into the circle, because as of now, the one that is guarding the perimeters of the circle is actually Goddess from Myanmar and just looting
Mhm.
over the apartments that is available. But yep. Let's look into team number 11, and this is a team from Indonesia, and they are called YGY team. So it's being accompanied by Kimi, Yanti, and Jia, and I'm not sure what happened to the last member. Probably not yet. It's not the mornings yet for the
Mhm.
last member of the team, but they are over in Jogopol and doing some looting. No such contention is happening. No threats at all. So pretty much a okay, no problem.
Yeah, definitely. And so far, I really like the fact that there are a lot of teams at the upper hand of the map. I mean, this just screams trouble for them, because that's the risk of being sandwiched. That's the risk of being
Mm.
gatekept.
Mhm.
And I think the best thing that they could do right now is to rotate towards the inner circle. But yeah, I guess like what you said, it would be the later rotation for everyone, and once again, might be a massacre.
True. But right on the opposite of Jogopol, we have another Indonesian team, and this is team number 7 from Sugar Rush OFC, accompanied with Muki, Atlantic Crush, and Trek. So again, they are doing similar things, which is looting first, but this time they have 4 ladies in the lobby, so definitely with well-equipped weaponries. I'm seeing M4 and DP as a choice of gun, so they are definitely going for that
Mhm.
early contention. Looking at the choice of weapons they're going to go for, this is definitely for CQCs.
Yeah, actually, but so far in terms of gunmetal, we always have our what do you call this? We always have our guns of M4s and being matched by SMGs as the secondary weapon, which is respectively the micro Uzis or the M45. And so far, I guess we'll be seeing some of that later on. But I'm highly vouching for these people to actually for these women to actually have like a sniper, of course, because
Mm-hmm.
just means that there's a lot of areas or higher grounds here which you would be able to scout for anyone or hunt for anyone if ever. So, yeah, hopefully you'll be seeing some more of that later on after everyone's been geared up.
Yeah, totally agree that. And over in the shooting range, we have another representative from Malaysia, and they call themselves ESA Angels or ESA Angels, in accompanied by Nina, Cherry, Isha, and Love. So again, the
Ooh.
circle has already started to close in a little bit into the second phase, which is still no problem. It seems like it's concentrated on towards the center part of Erangel. So basically, don't even bother to go into Sovnoska, because the circle
True.
prefers to be on the mainland, and they just got to do a little bit of rotation right now, because they need to find themselves some enemies and opponents for them to fit on. I did see previously when they were showing a little bit of the map, a few of the teams have already secured in the central position, like Farang Lassi, and if I'm
Mhm.
not wrong, Demi Goddesses are already inside, so they are probably just waiting for some rotations to happen. Like teams like this, team number 4, who will have to meet their fate later on, whether they will get some spray down or they will just have a free glide through Erangel.
Yeah, actually. And so far, it seems like they'll be going for the late rotations. Oh no. It seems like we're already seeing a team who is really determined to gatekeep anyone who's at the upper border of the map. So, as far as I recall, it's the pink color. But sadly, I haven't been able to recall the team name. But we'll be expecting some gunfights on that area later on by the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and again, it's going to be just team 2 just chilling. Actually, they're just waiting for anyone who actually crosses down their path.
Yep, they are in the circle. They are over in the areas of farm, so pretty much right beside where Milta is. This is AKA won the Luna, which
Mhm.
initially looted over in the areas of Milta. So as of now, they are just waiting for one another. I'm sure they know that there's only 12 teams in the lobby. Hence, probably the fights will only begin when the phase starts to change into circle number 4. So as of now, they're just waiting on one another, doing a little bit of the scouting. Again, similar choice of weaponry here. But interestingly, I'm seeing a MK. Oh, wait, is that an
Mhm.
MK? No, it's a UMP. So I was wrong. So it is a UMP. And you know what? I cursed the circle. So it is going a little bit of the areas of Sovnovska. So nope, it's not going to just concentrate into the center part. It is going to a little bit of that Sovnovska. So really depends on what is the IGL calls for each individual teams, whether they want to cross in or whether they want to do a little bit of trilaton, meaning like no going into the waters, being swimmers. I'm not so sure what's going to be the call.
Yeah, actually, I mean, it's up to them what's going to be the strategy that they'll be doing. But okay, seems like a lot of teams are already rushing towards the circle, and we might be seeing some vehicle fights. I mean, that's possible because everyone's just trying to get their own location. But since I think the majority of the teams are really thinking of rotating late, and well, once again, that's a lot of people who will be able to cross against each other. But oh no, Team 8 God is at the bridge still, but hmm, yeah, still be eyeing for any other teams.
Yep, elimination feed went on, and this is the battle between the Malaysian and the Myanmar. So ESA has already spotted Goddess from the sides here, and they are being gatekept, but they have an equal trade up, trade
Mhm.
in. I mean, one of the players each of respective teams have gone down back to the lobby. So now the problem for Myanmar is that if they don't have a vehicle, now this is a problem. So wait, I was wrong. So apparently ESA didn't have any trade ins, though they were contest by another team that was in Yasenaya. Another kill feed going in that is from Vietnam towards Demigod. I don't know. I'm not really sure exactly where this is. Okay, so here we go. We are over on the bridge. Before crossing into, I think they have seen one another, and Gary has already been eliminated back to the lobby and being chased down. If you can see in the mini map, look at the blue dots, and this is a team number 1 Relax Girls. They are chasing on to the Philippines team.
Yeah, and actually, it seems that they'll be having a bit of a car chase here, a little bit of Tokyo Drift, though it's not in Tokyo. But so far, seems like they'll be able to save themselves just for a bit, securing their inner peace once again. But it seems like it wouldn't be for too long since I think they're still on the hunt here by the other teams at their path, just following them.
Yep, I can hear
Oh,
sprays here coming from demigoddesses. They are probably trying to make Rolex girls be afraid a little bit. But there is no sights of Rolex girls at all. They were just initially over on the opposite side of the bridge. So probably they are going to do a little bit of the unorthodox rotation because nowhere to be spotted at all. So pretty much demi-goddesses are safe for now, even though they have one casualty that has already went back to the lobby. So they are just going to put themselves in South Noska, and hopefully the circle will be here. Because if it does do a hard shift, oh, you know what? I said too early because the circle decided to focus in exactly where I said.
yeah, actually, that's a really good margin for everyone to actually face off against each other because that's a good combination of mid to long range fights. But the problem here is if it's going to be the final circles are going to be at the bottom area. Oh my, it's going to be a party to say the least, and the type of party that everyone wouldn't want because they'll be forced to face against each other despite the place. Even if they wanted to play safe, they have no choice but to go for the gun duels, and I guess that's something that can be a remarkable segment of this match.
Ooh, and you know what? I've seen another elimination feed going down, and this is the team of Indonesia versus team Malaysia of Farang Lassi, and they are all over in the skirmish, trying to cross in over by the cliffs. I'm seeing that happening right now, and GL Yanti having another fight here. This is coming from Sugar Rush, so they are meeting one another. Indonesia versus Indonesia, but winning the vantage point right now is actually team number 7.
Yeah, actually, and it's going to be pretty difficult for Ranti to get out of this situation considering that it's pretty open. But oh, look at this! He decided to jump into the buggy, just go off and out head on. But we'll be seeing some other casualties already being taken down here. It seems like the fights are happening much earlier than expected.
Uh-oh, this is not looking good for Farang Lassie. They have left two ladies behind to do a gatekeep, but being spotted from a distance, and that is team number 7 who already brought down Miramar. Another kill feed is going on, and that is what it is. There's another member going down. Crush here, doing a little bit of the peak proning and then spraying away. That's really good calls here. Jia went down. Uh-oh, not looking good at all. But this is a problem because I think SR is it's not a problem, but it's a good meta at least because they are clearing
Mm-hmm.
up the areas of the mainland of Erangel, and they probably would do a swim later to go into Sopnoska.
Yeah, but the problem is if there will be people who will be waiting out for those people to swim, but they're already seeing a lot of eliminations here between the two sides, and so far it is going to be one person down here for the side of Sugar Rush, and we'll be giving a little bit of reviving here, but still being cautious as ever, might be able to spot someone here, which is respectively the team of 11. So yeah, I guess they had to look out for that before even actually entirely reviving one of their comrades.
No, look at that. The cluster, everybody is going to squeeze into one small concentrated area, and it's not looking good at all because, okay, a kill feed is happening yet again. This is from
Ooh.
TGPPG striking over to
Oh.
Demigod. Oh, I think the entire team here has a problem. They did a little bit of the sprays, and the vehicle went exploded from moving across into either parts of the circle right now. And it's not looking good because a lot of these teams are pretty much trapped, and we're looking into TGPPG who has crossed safely into Sovnoska. Again, the circle is between the shorelines of Erangel and also Sovnoska, so there is a portion of the waters that the ladies have to swim in.
Yeah, actually, and they're about to do it right now. But so far, it seems like Demigoddesses has been entirely eliminated, and we're seeing goddess from Myanmar, Dora specifically, who's been taken down as well. And so far, they're just waiting it all out. But the problem here is if ever they'll be resorting to more late rotations towards the center of the later circle, then it's going to be definitely a problem for them. And so far, we're already seeing 3 teams who are just waiting for anyone who will be able to rotate late. I mean, they'll be able to prey upon them.
Yep, you're right. And you know what? With us being casters here, we didn't realize there are already 3 teams got eliminated back to the lobby. So we are living with
Yeah.
9 teams left, 28 players in game. Again, Isha has having a bit of that accident from the vehicles. I'm not sure exactly what is happening, but hey, here we go. Looking into AKA very closely with Team Zap, but they are keeping super quiet. And I think AKA realized that hey, there's somebody in the house. We are going to stop them, and we're going to go for that U-turn, doing a little bit of the crashing. Sprays are happening, but stop. Here we go. Knock, knock. Anybody home? Doing a little bit of the CQC. Jeffrey getting ready, but getting the first shot.
Oh no, Frenzy will be taken down at that encounter, and you'll be seeing our members here from the side of ZA is just rushing each other out, and we'll be seeing another casualty here. That means there are already 2 people down here from them, and it's going to be the entire elimination for their side. But look at this, we'll be seeing AKA having a lot of skirmish from that area, but at least they're still low, but still breathing, and still has the pulse going.
Yep, they just got to do 2 eliminations earlier. Unfortunately for Zep, only have 2 players in the game for the first round. But right now, TGPPG, very disciplined. They came in from the shorelines, and now they're trying to take over where AKA compound is. Now doing a little bit of the jiggle. PPG Mira just holding on, trying to cook up a little bit of the Molotov, getting information, waiting for the teams to arrive. They are trying to do a little bit of the spreading out for TGPPG, and they are getting ready for all the angles because they know there's going to be more than one teams will arrive at the shoreline.
Yes, and I think the real risk here is everyone who's going to be swimming for a while will be seeing this explosion here, but still we will be safe. But look at this, Crash will be receiving a lot of damage from that encounter, and it's going to be being low in health. But look at this, Dinny! 1 against 3 has been able to put these women low in terms of HP, and so far she's just really hustling really well.
Yep, and look at the great control of this
Ooh.
weaponry. No recall at all with the 4 times on that M4. Looking super good. Not even a single damage that was being tanked by Dini at all. That really shows the skill sets of what Dini is having with that beautiful weaponry of choice. And now still giving damage from the sidelines here. And this is at least looking about 200 meters apart. Superb, superb accuracy.
Agree. And so far, we'll see AKA being entirely eliminated at this moment. Even a grenade kill as well. Oh my, the throwables are just being utilized to the finest here. But oh my, it seems like
Oh.
didn't see that coming. Is going to be Nina and Cherry from the team of ESA being able to catch up onto her. And in return, she'll be eliminated at that instant.
Yep, and they are coming out from the shorelines, sneakily arriving and getting shots right now. Damage here. Oh, this is a trade up. TGPPG says, you taking down one of my ladies, I'm gonna take you down. Now trying to cook up the grenade, tossing over to where PPG is, already noticing that there is people coming from the shoreline. But I really love how disciplined they are. They have already opened up, but right now they are trying to prioritize the circle when putting the fights aside first, because they don't have a circle at all. But there is a team from Myanmar that is in the vantage point, will make them difficult to come into the circle.
And actually, I really want to applaud TGPVG at this situation, because all they are doing right now is to find the best and the most possible space for them to actually set a camp or to set their team up on, so that they'll be able to commit into fights later on while everyone just eliminates everyone. So far we'll be seeing ESA Angels really having a difficult time as well, and as well as the team of Goddess. And so far, there's a lot of eliminations happening here, so it's going to be pretty difficult. And before we even know it's already 6 more teams surviving up to this point.
And you know what? Rolex is still alive. They managed to do that unorthodox rotation, still alive. We are having 6 teams here, still being there, looking into a lot of these players that is coming in. And you know what? The circle is going into no man's land. And the people that can be the kingmaker is probably the ones that is in the vantage point. But right now, over in this contention, we are looking into TGPPG, who is again very feisty, looking out for more. And already taken down Demigod. Now, what a huge flex there. I'm not sure exactly how many elimination points as TGPPG claim, because I think that's more than it already that they have equipped so far.
Yeah, actually, and so far, elimination just keeps on going. Like, everyone's just facing off against each other and really eliminating everyone and securing all the kill points they can get to advance forward this first match. But so far, once again, Rolex Girls, I mean, there is a high chance that TGPPG and, of course, the Rolex Girls will be able to face against each other later on. But so far, both of these teams are really establishing great progress while both prioritizing a good location, as well as the fact that it's securing kill points in the meantime.
Ooh, let's go. Look at that, Mochii. Look at the circle invaders. And it is coming from the country of Thailand. Not Thailand, sorry, Vietnam. Oh my god, that's totally wrong. But Vietnam is currently the one that is invading the vantage point. They have all the information. TGPPG might get a little bit of the compound. They can do a little bit of the slow elimination process while getting on towards all the defense system. They have the walls. But the ones that has information right now is at least Bay Lazy and Re Lazy, the one that is on top of that mountains. But here we go, another domination coming on to the kill feed, and it's coming from Mira.
Ooh, Mira is really doing well here, and as well as the fact that the other teams are actually doing their own fair share of eliminations and executions. But so far, we'll be seeing the free fire here from Mira, really securing someone out there. He knows that someone from Sugar is on there and really pinpointing down all the locations of the other teams here. But Crush is about to be crushed at this situation, considering that he is quite far against the boundaries, and as far as we know, he's the only lone survivor here, and he got like no chance against the 3 members here from the side of Rolex Girls. And I guess this brings us down to the team of Rolex Girls and as well as PPG, and so far they're really taking a lot of damage from those shots, but yeah, so far just chill.
Correct. But look into Mira. She has 10 elimination points. She's the kingmaker. She's the eliminator. She's very angry, feisty, wants some more. As compared to Rolex, who has 7 elimination points, very close by to TGPPG with 13 elimination points, and it's still, the numbers will keep on growing here. And we have 2 lean teams left in the lobby, and this is looking into a 3v3 affair. Fa has already flanked in front first, already having a clue exactly to where Rolex Girls is, and they will try to find, because I think TGPPG will do a flanking from different angles.
Yeah, definitely. And so far, they're just facing off against each other. They've been able to secure all the locations that they have, even utilizing the throwables here with Sally that did not entirely connect. But so far, It might be the greenery who will be able to give them a chance to go for covers, but I guess that would not actually work for Fa, as she'll be taken down here by Lazy, and so far it seems like that would be then eye for an eye, a two for a tooth. But Halo is still surviving so far, and he'll be trying to go for a heal. But yeah, that's still the contestment between the two sides. Oh no, there's already one woman down.
Wow, look at this shot, bro. I really am liking how TGPPG is flexing out all the efforts and the talents and the skill sets that the ladies have. Miko, Mira, a good pair now living only with Bay Lazy. Up to Bay Lazy whether she wants to do a revival or go all out, because I think looking at the numbers, TGPPG exactly knows what is happening. Nearly equipped that level 3 helmet, did not have the chance to do that. And yes, Bay Lazy will try to do a little bit of the revival while TGPPG is coming close, going to do a sweep clean here. Going to get ready with the UMP, doing a little bit of the sprays, and I know who's going to be the winner with the chicken dinner. It will be TGPPG from Malaysia.
CG! PPG really did not give them a chance to go for the revs. They really wanted to end this match fast, and so far it has been deemed really, really victorious for your team for this first match. And so far, can we just mention how brutal Mira is? Like,
Yep.
really putting up the 12 kills throughout the whole match. This woman is a beast.
Yep, look at. Oh, she's the
Oh my.
eliminator from Mira. She's definitely the MVP, or let's just say the LVP, player of the match. Not man of the match, but lady of the match here from Mira
True.
PPG, flexing out with that 12 elimination points.
Wow, and I guess they'll be bagging that up. Like, I'm ahead up. We just established our dominance at this much, and we'll be seeing that later on. And there's still a chance for the other teams to actually come back. Of course, there's two
Mhm.
more maps, respectively Sanhok and Miramar, and of course each team has their own advantages and disadvantages, and all the maps that we have so far. So, yeah, I guess congratulations CGPPG and as well as the Royals Girl for taking the first and second place. I did not recall who's going for the third placer, but yeah, really great play for our first match. What a way to start this tournament.
Yep, definitely. It was a tricky circle that because of the circle, a few of this team couldn't get a right rotation. Limitation of the terrains. Most of them have to be in the waters, being spotted out quite early by the teams who has already invaded in the areas of Sovnovska and the bridge side of Erangel. So it's definitely not really, I would say, we didn't see the full skill sets of all the ladies in the lobby, but definitely it was showing up for Vietnam, for TGPPG, and a little bit coming from SR.
Yes, and well, I cannot wait to see any more strategies that will be pulled out here by our ladies so far, because it's been really great. I mean, we already have 16 points here. I mean, 60 points are Sugar Rush, and so far other teams are being tallied at the moment. And I can't wait to actually see more of these teams, because not gonna lie, there are some teams who are really, really flashy and really showy. I mean, they're really charismatic overall in terms of showing their prowess. But there are teams who decide to be silent but deadly. So I guess we'll be seeing more of that later on once the tallies have been perfected or finalized for our first match, and we can actually say that later on to our audiences.
Yep, definitely. But I'm so stoked. I can't wait for Miramar because it's going to be another agility challenge where we will see who will be the best of the best looking into the long distance shots with the mountains over in Miramar. And definitely we will see a different kind of skill sets. And hopefully the circle will be a little bit mercy this time, because the previous circle, it was
Yeah.
it was just hard.
No, like I don't know. It's just like the caster's curse has been present at that point,
Yep.
because we'll be saying that,
Sorry.
it seems like they will drop to the military base, but they decided to, okay, you know
Uh-oh.
what? Since they don't want to drop in the military base, let's put the circle in the military base, and everyone's been hell after that. But yeah, very great
Yeah.
play.
It's just a caster skill. I'm sorry, ladies. I just had to do
Sorry.
it this morning. But yeah, anyways, it's already done for Erangel. So today's goal is for them to get into the top 8, for them to move into tomorrow's final round. So basically, the target is very easy. If you get into the top 8, you just got to keep consistent with the consistent results. But of course, we want to show your skill sets, like what Mira has shown us, that she is able to take down any kind of angles
12.
and the great amount of damage per second. So those are the things that we would probably see for teams who wants to show off a little bit of their skill sets. And again, these are coming from teams that is showing a bit of the aggressive gameplay in the early games.
Yes, and once again, they're not. It's not just the aggression that we are looking out for here. It's of course still the safe play, and of course how you'll be able to um counter all the situations being given up on you, like the risk of being gatekeep, the risk of late rotations, even if you want to go into circle early. And there's a lot of factors that we can actually address here later on, and I guess we'll be seeing more of that onto our second map of Sanhok, specifically because of the how small or how limited the dimensions of this area is, and as well as the fact that there might be snakes at this map.
Yeah, definitely. The proning meta, I would say, it is quite tactical. You know, it's not wrong for them to do a little bit of the proning, but then again, they have to be very careful with each step that they make. Even if you know you are being sprayed with someone who is actually lying on the ground, there is a way to dodge the bullets when you are quick enough to do mashing of the buttons between
Yeah.
proning and doing a little bit of the crawling, and then at the same time you can do a jump shot. So it really depends on the skill sets of what the ladies will bring to us today.
Yes, agree. And so far, it's going to be. I actually really want to look out for how aggressive they could actually play this. Actually, I mean, it's Sandhawk, right? But
Mm-hmm.
in terms of how they will be able to go for the aggressions, I guess it can be a hit or miss, considering once again it's the double-edged sword for us. But so far, there is still a lot of factors that can contribute to that, specifically, the they call this the third parties and the fourth parties that might be present in a Sanhok, especially of the distances that they can actually face it off against each other. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I really like the fact that she pointed out the third and the fourth party, because there will be more than parties. I think it will be a fiesta. But anyways, this event won't be going so well because of our partners, which is Yahoo and Intel. So thank you very much for the
So,
partners. And you are watching our FSL PUBG Mobile Open. This is open category for teams. So basically, they got to get themselves into the top 8 to move into tomorrow's final round and show that they are the best ladies for our PUBG Mobile, our FPS game that is in a mobile platform. And in fact, mobile games are not that easy actually. They have to
yeah.
get very aggressive with a bit of the gyro and how agility, basically the fast usage of the hands and how fast they think at the same time listening to the incoms from the IGL, which is the in-game leader.
Yeah, actually, that's something I would like to point out as well. Like, there's already a lot of people who are being recognized, not just because of the PC games. There's a bit of stigma about that as well back then, but so far now it's slowly being recognized, and even the women are being recognized right now. So I guess that is something that is really great at this era, even if it's the midst of the pandemic. So I guess we'll be seeing more of that, and hopefully we'll be having a lot more games like this, specifically PUBG Mobile, in the near future. But yeah, let's focus on the present. Seems like we were hearing voices from our director at the current time.
Yes, and you know what? We'll see you guys after this short break with the ladies getting ready to battle over in Miramar. Let's go.
Let me go, there's no doubt. Gotta get out of this small town. You took my heart from me, now you're everywhere I see. Set me free, let me fly. Let me find new kinds of highs. We're just wasting here, waiting for another year. We both know the score. We've been here once before. So many words unspoken. You took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait, I can take the pain. I will surrender, let me go on a new adventure. On a new adventure. On a new adventure. On a new adventure. Let me go, it's my time. Watch me build another life. Find another space. Explore the world and find my place. Hope you find some peace of mind. Hope the night was worth your time. Threw my heart away, we won't see another day. We both know the score. We've been here once before. So many words unspoken. You took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait, I can take the pain. I will surrender, let me go. It's a new adventure. On a new adventure. You'll find me dancing on my own. Nowhere to be, nowhere to go. In the rhythm I don't think of you. Don't call me up when you're feeling blue. You'll find me dancing on my own. Nowhere to be, nowhere to go. In the rhythm I don't think of you. Let me go, it's a new adventure. On a new adventure.
I got you and your vibes in my mind, I can't get them out, no matter how hard I try. I need you and your heart next to mine, yeah, I'm all about keeping it you and I. When you're here, you spark chemical reactions. Your aura strikes like lightning. Got no words, I'm just drowning in attraction. Only one way to describe it. It's electric, can you feel it? You got the only touch that takes me high. It's electric, I'm up in my feelings. Got double vision 'cause of you tonight. It's electric.
Let me go, there's no doubt. Gotta get out of this small town. You took my heart from me, now you're everywhere I see. Set me free, let me fly. Let me find new kinds of highs. We're just wasting here, waiting for another year. We both know the score. We've been here once before. So many words unspoken. You took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait, I can take the pain. I will surrender, let me go on a new adventure. On a new adventure. On a new adventure. On a new adventure. Let me go, it's my time. Watch me build another life. Find another space. Explore the world and find my place. Hope you find some peace of mind. Hope the night was worth your time. Threw my heart away, we won't see another day. We both know the score. We've been here once before. So many words unspoken. You took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait, I can take the pain. I will surrender, let me go. It's a new adventure. On a new adventure. You'll find me dancing on my own. Nowhere to be, nowhere to go. In the rhythm I don't think of you. Don't call me up when you're feeling blue. You'll find me dancing on my own. Nowhere to be, nowhere to go. In the rhythm I don't think of you. Let me go, it's a new adventure. On a new adventure.
I got you and your vibes in my mind, I can't get them out, no matter how hard I try. I need you and your heart next to mine, yeah, I'm all about keeping it you and I. When you're here, you spark chemical reactions. Your aura strikes like lightning. Got no words, I'm just drowning in attraction. Only one way to describe it. It's electric, can you feel it? You got the only touch.
What a pump up day we have here in the FSL PUBG Mobile Open, where we celebrate once again the greatness and prowess of women. And of course, we would like to express our gratitude once again to our sponsors who made this tournament possible. It is Intel and Yahoo! And of course, we're back here with SisJenny and I, Mochii, as we'll be heading towards our second map of Miramar.
Yes, the great land of Miramar, the sandy dunes, and all the long distance shots that we are able to see. Hopefully, we are able to see that because definitely it's a bigger map and we don't really have many teams in the lobby. But this is where they have to look for one another. And hopefully, the circle won't be like the previous circle.
Yeah, hopefully. And we are sorry once again because of the caster's curse that we just
Oh.
inflicted earlier on. But yeah, I guess we'll be seeing the entirety of the leaderboards that we have from our first match so far. And as far as we have seen, it's going to be TGPPG who astoundingly created 16 points more than the first place of the leaderboard. 16 points for the kill score, and of course, plus 15. We have 31 on the lead, followed by Rolex Girls and Sugar Rush. And so far, it's quite close, to be honest, in terms of the points.
Yep, definitely very, very, very close to one another. It's definitely a lot of catching up, at least for the numbers from number 5 all the way till number 10, because they are still a single digit as compared to the top 4, who has accomplished the double digits for the first round. And I don't think it's going to be the end, because like I said, some of these teams they can just perform as equally as to the top 4. It's just because of the circle rotations, and plus the top 4 teams were already in the circle initially, except for SR, who made something very smart out of the previous game. They went from the shorelines and then gave a surprise visit towards SR, who was initially in the area. So again, it really depends on the circle who will outsmart one another, and we will see a different comeback, definitely, at least from number 5 till number 10.
Yes, definitely. And so far, it's going to be really interesting considering this, once again, the land of Miramar. And there are a lot, I think, in my friend circle, they don't like Miramar that much because you can't actually just stay at a specific location. It's actually more on the play of a skill, as they say, because you really need to consider where you are at all times. And of course, you have to think ahead from where you should go, considering it is such an open landscape. And there are quite a few areas where you can hide. And it just means that you should really go on the most favorable place as early as possible so that you'll be able to have a good hindsight and just look for anyone who you can actually take down in the process.
And you know what, Mochii? To what I know, from the Philippines, they usually will say that they are the king of Miramar. This is at least for the general feedback of PUBG Mobile itself. I'm not sure about the ladies meta. Probably it's the same thing, where Philippines will like to overtake Miramar itself. But then again, it really depends on whether this is right or wrong. But so far, matches that I've seen in Miramar, when there is Philippines, they will come out into top 3.
Ooh, let's see if that would actually be deemed true. So from the aggression that we have from TTPPG and so until the teams of Sugar Rush, it seems like they would actually work well here if they'll be able to secure good locations as well, similar to what happened in the land of Erangel. But once again, it's no more concealing, no more probing. It's going on the head-on fights, which we'll be witnessing here in the Miramar just in a short while.
Yep, and definitely. And those of you who just joined in with us, and the viewers, whether you are from Twitch, whether you are from YouTube, or even Facebook, remember to give this live stream a follow, like, and share, and even subscribe, and press whatever buttons that you can. And remember to support your teams. If you don't have no clue which teams you're supporting, just support a country, because there is a few countries in the lobby, like we mentioned before. So you can just claim and support the countries that you are from.
Yes, actually, and so far we're seeing really great leaderships from Malaysia, Vietnam, Indonesia, and actually Myanmar has been able to survive this long despite of them only being the lone representative for their country, and I guess that is a great thing for them. But so far, I guess we'll be jumping into our lobby just in a bit. But what do you think, or what are your expectations this time around, SisJenny?
Aha, expectations. I think top four will still be performing, but usually after the first game, after the warm up for a few of the players of PUBG Mobile, whether they are ladies or they are not ladies, this is like an adrenaline rush, and they need to push, especially for teams who are currently at number five all the way till number 10. They only have
Mhm.
single digits, so they want to do a comeback, and definitely they will try to take advantage of this map.
Yeah, and hopefully that will be the case here. And let's see how smart they'll be able to play this up, considering that so far it's actually good distribution and a good margin here in terms of the flight path. Like it's you've been able to go for a lot of areas here open, but they really have to look out for the outskirts as well because they might actually face up against each other if that would be the case.
Yes, definitely. But hey, Mochi, look at that. There is somebody that is sitting all alone over in ruins, and this is the team from coming from Zap, and it's from Philippines. I think she's all
Mm.
alone because previous round we did see only two of them from Zap. So probably Zap has to do a little bit of passive gameplay. As of now, looking at, I don't think she has enough teammates to go around. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but yep, flight route seems a-okay, going all the way towards north. And you know what? The circle is a nice general circle. I'm loving this kind of circle
Oh.
because this is where you get to see each abilities of each of these players and the teams.
Is and it is going to be really interesting because El Puzzle has a lot of teams who are just just looting in general, but so far it might be a lot of action later on at this area as they try and once again go for the locations that we really wanted to go for. And once again, like what you've said, I'm really curious about how that player from Zap would be playing this out, considering that she's just the one and only person from her team, and as well as the fact that there's a lot of people or a lot of teams that she has to face up and face up head on later on if ever that there'll be the rotations and once the blue zone entirely consumes that area.
True. And you know what, Mochi? There is a little bit of a worrying over in El Pozo. There is two teams that is currently very close to one another, neck on neck. That is Team 11. And
Mm-hmm.
I think, if I'm not wrong, there is this Team SR. And they are very close to one another, sharing in the areas of El Pozo, very close to one another. And hopefully we get to see that a little bit later. But right now, we are looking into team number 10, Demigod from Philippines, just doing a little bit of the looting and getting themselves two vehicles. So in Miramar, it's really important that they have a transportation because this is the biggest map. Basically, this is 8 by 8. Hence, they need to cover a lot of areas to move around, especially it's just the first few phases right now.
Yeah, definitely. And so far, it's going to be, I think, pretty standard for this type of time to go for the loots, of course. But if ever they will be forced to face against each other, then that would be definitely, the game of prowess between the two sides. But so far, Sherry is just at the. I mean, she's just the only person here at this building, and I guess they might be actually meeting each other here with Bunny. So let's see if that will be the case here. But so far, it's just the looting, and oh my, Cherry is not in a really good position to be honest.
Yep, and definitely, I think Myanmar here is trying to hunt for a little bit of cherries. Want to have a little bit of the fruits in the in the afternoon, and yep, already doing a little bit of the pre-pressure fire. Cherry has been spotted. Yeah, yeah. Look at that damage being tanked up by Cherry, and she's the only one here without a good choice of weapon.
Ooh.
Nuri, and you know what? We'll go down with that SKS by Goddess.
Yeah, that will be adding up to the tally here for the side of Goddesses Myanmar. And sadly, they have to work with what they have here for the side of ESA Angels. It seems like an ally has already been put down here, and it's up to them if ever they'll be going for the retaliation. It seems like that will be it because there's already one more player here from the side of Goddess who will be running low in health. And so far, it's going to be Dora too. So let's see if they'll continue the contestment.
Aha, and yep, I can see the angles that is being taken over by Isha, and also Nina is somewhere on the vantage point. So that's the reason why she's doing a little bit of the wall smoke here, trying to block ways in because Dora has no med kit at all, no first aids, and already getting a little bit of that bandages. But I think the long distance shots we will be able to see from SR, and they are slowly trying to locate exactly where they are. But again, in the kill feed, we are seeing another contention happening. This is Team Rolex Vietnam versus Team Philippines Demigoddesses.
Yes, and so far it seems like it will just go on. We will be taking down heroes all, and oh my, look at this! It's just one by one. Everyone's about to be wiped out, but we'll be seeing more of that later on. But it's going to be two more people actually surviving from that encounter here between the Rolex girls Vietnam and Rolex girls are really confident right now. Like they've been able to go for a lot of executions earlier on, and they're really willing to carry that until now. But seems like it's going to be Yafa being cornered at this area, and they might be actually pushing towards here later on. And by the kill feed as well, that's already one more member here from the side of Esa Angels being taken down, and they're just trading off each other.
Uh-oh, and look at that, being tossing a bit of the troubles towards Team's Rolex. But I think the two lazies are already rotating out, and Yafa in the open will be able to see a bit vulnerable of that positioning with the Star L and ATM trying to... Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what's happening here. Not letting them go. Will try to do some damage towards the vehicles that they possess. Both of them are currently smoky, and that's no point of exit at all for Team Rolex. But over in the kill feed, I think we did see Esa taken over Goddess that has a fight earlier on. And currently, I'm not sure exactly as to what is the stats for that part. But right now, they can't go out for Rolex.
Yes, and so far, it's still as Angels being able to go on for the takedown here, but it's pretty similar here for Ryan Lazy will be able to go for someone here by the bushes. Yeri
Ooh.
will be taking down at that instant with the free fires here, and so far he has no choice but to receive the blows that being delivered onto him. But wow, okay, Ruse will be definitely eliminated at that instant with grenade kills.
Uh-oh, Asa already have taken down one of the teams that did took down Cherry initially, but here we go, looking into this fight. Demigod Yafa is the only lady that is alive here, and Yeri will be the next one to be
Ooh.
grenaded down, and oh, just a little bit, 1 HP left. That is really yeah, not looking good, and this is not good at all. It will be the end for Yafa. No more HP, and this is a takeover from Vietnam to the Myanmar.
Because this girl really has no way out of that situation, to be honest. Like, she is just cornered, and there's no way for her to, even if she goes into the infrastructure, no way out of that situation, especially she's being rushed by the members here from the side of Rolex Girls. And so far, it seems like the side of TGPPG Malaysia is still going for the safe play here, pretty similar to what they have done from the land of Erangel. But so far, Esa has been able to face up against our members here from the side of Goddesses Myanmar earlier on, and so far they've been able to go their fair share of wins and loses at that situation.
Yep, and definitely they were trying to get into the circle. Like I said, the circle is pretty much okay, no problem. It is going towards where the areas of Los Leones is, Minas Generales, Lambedita, and San Martin. So as of now, two of the teams has already been brought back to the lobby. So that leaves us with only 9 teams left, and hence they gotta find one another. Nobody is over in San Martin. TGPPG is trying to do a little bit of the looting. They have a long way to go to find at least one or two teams that will be passing through where they are. In fact, the closest to them is right now is AKA, and that's at least a grave distance of 300 meters. So it's still pretty much far, similarly to what other teams are trying to do. They are trying to locate, but at the same time, like I said, it's still huge. And looking into Team 11, they have 3,000 meters to cover. Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, actually, both Sugar Rush and GL will be suffering that. Will be onto a struggle, to be honest, at the blue zone, and they might actually meet each other here and an additional team here, which is the Rolex Girls, who is just really waiting for anyone who get pass through them and will be able to gatekeep them in the process. But so far, it seems that they'll be having a good idea of where each and everyone is due to the sound cues that the vehicles are actually emitting, and as well as the fact the choice of fleeing out of those troubles, or would they be able to initiate it and get something out of it?
Uh-huh. And right now, I think ESA has got themselves into Los Leones very comfortably together with Farang Lassie and Zep, who just cut across through the map earlier. So they are very close to one another. If I'm not mistaken, ESA Love here got tapped a bit by one of the members of Farang Lassie, and probably it's Lin, the one that is closest and nearest to Love. So I think they have already know that there is more than one team that is around the area, probably at least for the engagement, and they are going to try to compose to push. And because Farang Lassie right now is currently being in the bottom part of the list, they are at number 10.
Hmm.
They have to do a lot more to catch up into the top 8.
Yeah, actually, it's the same thing goes for what do I call this? It's also from the demigoddesses, but their sub team it is Anastasia, so they really have to work their way up here. But seems like everyone has already arrived here at the circle, and so far we have really good positioning here for the side of AKA and of course TG PPG, but. I find it really interesting here for Patchy as well, which is ZG, Zap, respectively, she has been able to actually survive that and has been able to go for a really good positioning in the circle, within the circle's perimeter.
Mhm. Teams are just rotating in as the second phase is closing into going for 11 minutes more before it changes into the third circle. And hence, right now, I don't think they have any portion of Los Leones left. Everything is coming into the center part. It looks like it's going to close into where Minas General. Oh my god, that's a lot of word for me to pronounce. Generales. Oh my god, Jenny. But yeah, it's going towards in the center where the airdrop is right now, and a few of these teams have made their way across, and this is where they will see one another.
Yeah, and so far we'll be seeing a lot of people here at the left hand of the map, and Patchy will just be chilling at that one area or by that shed, and the rest of the people might actually see each other out at this situation. And so far, they're just really securing their vehicles, but at the same time, there might be some people who will be putting those vehicles down so that there will be no point of escape, and specifically, they will be able to face against each other and go for the duels. But so far, we're seeing four teams at the edge of the circle. They really want to maximize their
Ooh.
time looting, but oh, that's going to be a circle at the area of the junkyard where no one is there yet. And TG is really good in reading the circle.
Yep, they are the first invaders of the current circle. That's definitely a hard shift. It shifted all the way from the south to the north part of the circle. But Junkyard is definitely a good place to have contention. It has good terrains for them to plant on and spot one another. At least for teams who are coming from the south side, they have the option to rotate flanking left or right. But if they go all the way in the center, it will give themselves the space and everybody will see, especially TGPPG, who is currently the one that is conquering the vantage point of Junkyard. And looking into AKA will do a short rotation across La Bandita towards Junkyard. It's not that far from the current circle, at least about 500 meters, not too far behind.
Ooh.
But you know what? There is another contention here while doing rotations, and this is coming from Team Indonesia towards Team Vietnam.
Yeah, it's going to be Kimmy being able to secure someone out, and yeah, it's going to be the Rolex girls being able to have one eliminated onto their side. But so far, I cannot really underestimate them because they might actually lose some people, but there's still some people here or some women here who really stand out for themselves. And so far, it's going to be the shiftings here, are rather some massive rotations, but the 40 GPPG, I think they're just slight adjustments or shifting that will be present there considering they're already within the perimeter. But okay, we'll be seeing Patchy spotting someone here. It's going to be Hale, and he'll be put down and he'll just end their life at that moment. And Patchy, despite the odds of being only one or being the lone woman that she is, she's really proving us, you know what, I'm a strong independent woman and I'll be able to take anyone, and well, as much as possible, I want to keep myself safe, but still securing kills.
Yeah, she's trying to take at any kind of elimination that she can in order to get the team to be in the top eight. We can see that she's very disciplined enough while playing as her on her own, eliminating and then immediately just trying to cover fire, already getting ready. But you know what? Rolex was the only one who rotated up here, and she's gonna do a little bit of the looting before moving in, and she's definitely getting that information ready while seeing Farang Lassie moving across. But here we go, another kill feed here, and this is by AKA towards GL Team
Oh.
Indonesia. We're not sure exactly what is happening. I hope we get to see that. But they have met at the edge of Minas Generales, neck on neck with one another. Yep, very, very close to one another. We look into Ashy, who
Oh.
already has find the stacks. They are just by the walls. They're doing a little bit of the TPP, doing a little bit of sprays here. Ara knows exactly where the footsteps are coming from. Yante will try to do a rotation.
Yeah, but look at this. AKA would most likely be cornered at this area, but so far it seems like Imaneko has already been executing someone. And look at that, the grenade has entirely connected onto Rara, and we are seeing more people being eliminated from this duel. We'll be seeing going to fires going for Miko here, and Miko is already running low on health. But look at this, Yante is still catching up to this woman. You got no escape, my friend, and you'll be shut down at that area. And it's going to be more kills on our kill feed while this whole coalition is happening.
I really like YGY team and how they really wanted to show that, hey, I'm here, I'm going to conquer, and immediately brought the entire team back to the lobby while AKA was just trying to run and look for refuge and trying to do a little bit of the reset. GL or Team 11 from Indonesia, YGY, did not give them a chance to breathe at all and just look into for the eliminations. But we might see another contention here. This is coming from Team number 7 towards Team Philippines. Spotted one another looking into the vantage point here. Atlantic already spotted Shid and will try to do a little bit of the sprays on the suppressor. Well, we can see TGPPG there giving a little bit of the shots. Yes, really painful. Didi knows what she's doing, and Atlantic has nowhere to go.
Actually, Dini has been able to establish a lot of dominance against the odds in terms of numbers. She has been able to execute fairly well, but in terms if ever that she's going to be caught off guard, I guess she doesn't have any more way to get out of that. But look at this, that's going to be the collision, the car accident. Actually, not an accident, it is well planned. It will be able to secure Dini out, and we'll be seeing additional people here who will be scoring against each other, and it's going to be really fair distance here from TGPPG and as well as our members here from this side of Fsl Angels.
TGPPG doing a bunker on top of the vantage point while Isha is trying to rotate up. Okay, same place as where TGPPG is. Not enough time to reset. Say hello, hello. I'm just driving past. Nope, I don't want to fight first. Esa wants to find a better place. But explosion with that beautiful shot from Dini herself. Flexing out. TGPPG is really showing a huge amount of skill sets from the ladies.
Yes, and so far it is going to be our members here from the side of FRG just actually chilling at that area while all of these commotion is happening. And so far, they're really going for the safe route here. But let's not get rid of the fact that Gia is already running low on health. So they really have to patch it up really soon, especially if there will be additional contestants that will be happening since our members here from FRG might be actually gatekeeping them. But look at this, they're just going for the side boundaries of the circle just to keep themselves safe, but there's already gunfires happening as well. They're not letting them pass.
Yeah, I think Farang Lassie here is trying to do a little bit of the gatekeep, but I'm not sure if Miramar knows that it's Umako that is over on the other side, already have spotted out where Farang Lassie is and definitely doing a good gatekeep, but they've got to guard each other's angles. You can see that Farang Lassie over in the minimap, they have guarded different angles each for each individual players, and hence Umiko, oh, what's his name? She's Umi. Okay, let's call her Umi. And now already sprayed towards Lin, and Lin already knows exactly where. But you look into Miwa. Miwa is actually trying to look and exactly locate where the shots are coming from.
Yes, and so far, I guess there's still 3 people alive here. I mean, they're just prioritizing the people who are low and let Yumineko just scour and scout for all the in order to pinpoint all the locations of the close teams at their area. But so far, we're seeing good positioning here from both the sides of Fsl Angels and as well as Sugar Rush, and they've been able to actually stand point here. But once again, Fsl Angel, Asia is the only one surviving here, and we'll be be seeing some teams who last till the last stages of this match. But let's see if they'll be able to face up against the odds in terms of manpower.
Yep, and you know what, Mochi, it's already the fifth circle. There's gonna be a huge amount of crowd. Let's just say there's gonna be a dense crowd here. It's gonna be infuriating. Everybody is gonna see one another, and you know what? The best people that will get into the advantage of everything is the people that will hold the compounds or the vantage point. Like said, likewise, Esta being spotted here from two different angles, and that's Atlantic and also Trex giving a bit of the damage, tanking it out a little bit. But Demigod is just behind, not making contacts yet. But Milky
Ooh.
already spotted TGPPG, who is currently still the invaders of the highest vantage point.
And so far, Milky's been able to go for the shots here and really accurate. Actually, even if it's a bit, there's a lot of distance covering it. But look at this, Crush will be taken down by Dinny here, and Dinny will be receiving some shots here in return. But by the kill feed, we'll be seeing Umineko still executing. It's really consistent as ever since earlier. But so far, we'll be seeing a lot of people that has to be revived here, and really have to put themselves onto cover in order to secure these people, and they'll be able to last until later on.
I really like how PPG is showing that they are in control. They are the kingmakers, or let's just call them queen makers right now. With every potential shots, with every potential angles, nobody will get past them that easily. They are showing that, hey, my shots is going to be painful. You are going to hide from me. And sure enough, even though they are at the edges of the circle, nobody is able to knock them down that easily. In fact, Farang Lassie, who has spotted them from a distance, keep on getting knocked from their sides and trying to do a spray, but it did not click. Even Dini is already seeing that, and Dini getting a little bit of the damage from Min.
Yes, but so far, it's going to be Miramar being taken down here by one of the members here. Still Umineko. Umineko is really scratching them out right now. But look at that, it's going to be Mira being able to be executed here by one of the members here from the side of the nation. So far, it's going to be the resurrections coming in for their side. And hopefully that would actually be successful, because all the free fires can be taken in here by still Umineko still being able to go for the free fires from here and there.
And look into this Indonesian team. They are so aggressive. 6 elimination points already, but Philippines coming to slay. They are from the side. They are waiting for the chance to come in. They are doing a little bit of the rotation. Will take over the north side. There's a free entry for them, no problem. They can go and invade and try to take over the current perimeters of the circle, and they're doing it right, and they're waiting for the chance to come in, while TGPPG trying to settle it out with Rolex. Now, SR, a team from Indonesia, is just guarding over on the other side, waiting for teams to crash into their compounds while the fights are happening somewhere else. Miwa already spotted one of the players from Indonesia team, and you know what? I believe that I think Demigoddess is going to crash.
Yeah, actually, that's going to be pretty difficult. But look at this. Sha he's actually receiving a lot of those. But Miwa will be going for the exchange as well. But you'll be able to connect those shots onto Gia. And that's going to be one member down here from the side of GL. And she's just really finishing her up. But so far, it's going to be Lean being able to have low health, just really patching herself up. And there's a lot of teams. We'll be seeing two separate clashes here between the two sides, and they are out in the open. But oh my gosh, the aggression being taken, coming in here from the side of Omineko and Yande. They really wanted to finish them so fast.
Oh, I really like how Demigoddesses planted themselves. They put in one by one to come in. If the two of them did not survive, they will just pass through and try to get into the circle. But unfortunately, that did not work for Demigoddesses from Philippines, and they have been eliminated out now. 5 teams left. Again, TGPPG showing an aggression. And out of this world business for these ladies, there are still 4 ladies alive, and still taking and tanking out the damage while taking one by one down. Again, another kill feed is coming in from TGPPG, and this is from Miko. Taken down Umiko, and that's another team out. Wow, what an aggression.
Wait, oh my, that's going to be the grenade actually connecting here onto Crush. But that's going to be Milky being able to cover herself, her ally out. But still, all the free fires is happening here. They're really just putting out their fair share of blows, as well as damage from Denny. And Denny has been able to go for 2, and as well as the fact that he's already good for 3. But oh no, Trex is not actually stopping here. They really want the ground for themselves. Sugar Rush and as well as TG is really doing well at this situation. But they've been able to secure those kills for themselves. And in return, it seems like Rolex Girls has only one more woman standing.
Yep, current situation is a 4v1 v1 and it is still doing a domination here. This is coming from the team TGPPG, one
Yeah.
of the senior teams over in PUBG Mobile ladies, once called PPG themselves, and now they are really showing that hey, I'm in control. I know where you're at. I'm gonna find you, and that's exactly what Miko is trying to do, trying to look for Farang Lassie's Lin, who's the only survivor for team number 5. And what we're looking at also is Team Malaysia, and also Vietnam. And you know what? Far has already pushed up, already gonna go for that kill. Lin is already trying to find a good place. Probably she can do a little bit of the clutch if she's composed enough.
Yes, definitely. But look at this. Fi is in a really good position here, just really looking out for Lynn if ever she'll be getting out of that area. But at the same time, Lynn is really being
Ooh,
cornered here and they're just showering her with a lot of damage, grenades, and
ouch.
even bullets. And Lynn is just by the blue zone and she has no choice but to receive all the damage that's coming from the blue zone and the play zone. But look at this. It's going to be the encounter here from Moy lately, and as well as some members here from the side of TGPPG. And actually, he's been able to go. She has been able to go for some executions here, but that would not actually be enough. As Fa will be receiving a lot
Ow.
of damage from that as well by the slide lines, while Daisy will be able to go for
Ah.
it, but still is going to be the win for the side of TGPPG, as consistent as ever.
Double chicken dinner quite early for the afternoon. I would say a chicken lunch for TGPPG. Again, stealing the show, winning another round of PUBG Mobile in FSL PUBG M Open. Really showing a whole lot of respects here. And you know what? It's consistent results from TGPPG and also Rolex. They were initially top 2 and they are coming in top 2 also in Miramar, even though the circle is way different this time. But right now, we are seeing another contender that is probably trying to get into the top 8 position, and I think they have already pushed their way better this time, which is Farang Lassie at number 3 with 4 elimination points. As the list goes on, we are seeing SR from Indonesia with 3 elimination points, another Indonesian team with let's just say about 5 or 6 elimination points. Demigod with 0 elimination points. SR with 4 elimination points. Zap, being the only representative from
Oh.
Philippines with 1, that's good enough. AKA with 1 also, and Demigod from Philippines with 0 elimination points at number 10, and Goddess from Myanmar with 1 elimination point.
Wow, and so far, I really want to commend the side of TGPPG to be able to go for the strategic pinpointing of locations, and they've been able to secure really great areas within the circles themselves. I don't know if it's luck or was it really planned for themselves, because they're really great in terms of knowing what are the vantage points that they can get a lot of leverage from, and as well as the fact that they've been able to take advantage of the fact that there are already a lot of teams who are really low in terms of manpower, and they decided to go for the cornering. They just rushed them in, and in return, been able to secure the chicken dinner or the chicken lunch once again for this match. And wow, really well played for these teams. And we're seeing some. Actually, there's still teams who are, despite of the placements, who are actually really low currently. They've been able to actually try and climb up the ladder once again. And I guess it's not late yet, because we still have one more map which will be happening later on. But what are your concluding thoughts about the last 2 matches that we have here, Sis Jenny?
Oh, I think TGPPG really showed skills, and it's as though as I'm seeing men that are playing. They are playing exactly like a man, like what a dude would do in PUBG Mobile,
Yeah.
dodging the shots, coming into the vantage point, and not a single bullet protrude into them. Even if it did, it just gave a little bit. They have to take a little bit of the damage, and then they came back with the fight. So I really
Yeah.
like how they are showing the skill sets. I'm not sure exactly what kind of training they have been through, but it's showing a lot of it coming from this. And this is really exciting because we are going to see the best of the best teams that will be playing tomorrow. So I'm not exactly sure who is the dominating team over in Group A, but we did see the results. So we did see a bit of the teams. At least 3 teams are dominating over in Group A. So it's really exciting to see when all of them come together. We're going to see a huge aggressive fight tomorrow.
Yeah, actually, so far we are seeing good points here for Asteria. And so far, they have like 41 points.
Wow.
And being followed by the team of, what do you call this? Going to be the 29 points here from the side of IHC Goddess from Mongolia. And Mongolia has one representative. And we also have the third placer here, which is going to be High Team from Vietnam.
See,
Those
I
are the
told
top
you it's
three.
gonna be a good challenge tomorrow, at least for all these representatives who probably will make it to the top 8, because right now we can't say that so soon, as we still have one more match to go, and in Sanhok a lot of things can happen. Definitely, I'm looking forward for the meta of DBS. I wonder if the ladies are ready to take up that challenge, because so far over in the PUBG world we are seeing this meta being used repetitively with the DBS in hand, especially with, over in Sanhok. So over in the ladies side, I'm not sure if they are ready for that, but I think something is telling me that they are going to do the same thing. DBS.
Yeah, let's see if that would actually be the case. And also the fact that so far, I don't know, I really assume that there will be some changes in terms of course, the map mastery and stuff. But I'm actually wrong. I mean, there is a couple of changes, but still, TGPPG has deemed themselves respectable for the last 2 matches that we have, and I'm really quite excited they will be consistent until the third match that we'll be having later on. And I guess once again we'll be back for our third match later on here in the PUBG Mobile Open by FSL.
You're right, Mochii. But if I'm doing a little bit of my math calculation right now. I think the most dominating team from 2 of these groups is actually TGPPG. They are showing
still.
good amount of elimination points and survival points. In fact, they are the only team that won a back-to-back chicken dinner. So I think the best, or I would say the most dominating and feisty team
Is
is
them,
in
yeah.
this group right now, which is TGPPG from Malaysia.
Yeah, actually, good choice, and good choice for the group stage is going to be live here right now. But yeah, it seems like that will be it, and we'll be back just in a bit for the third match on the land of Sanhok.
Keeping it you and I. When you're here, you spark chemical reactions. Your aura strikes like lightning. Got no words, I'm just drowning in attraction. Only one way to describe it. It's electric. Can you feel it? You got the only touch that takes me high. It's electric. I'm up in my feelings. Got double vision 'cause of you tonight. It's electric. Lost in your eyes every time, there's no turning back. Swear I ain't got a chance. Had me caught up in you since the night on the Chosen, I follow the call. My soul is breaking free. You awaken me. Stolen my time to move on, but now I can see seizing destiny. Welcome to my evolution. Leveling up, leveling up. Welcome to my evolution. Leveling up, leveling up. Switch. My evolution.
Let me go, there's no doubt. Gotta get out of this small town. You took my heart from me, now you're everywhere I see. Set me free, let me fly. Let me find new kinds of highs. We're just wasting here, waiting for another year. We both know the score. We've been here once before. So many words unspoken. You took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait. I can take the pain. I will surrender. Let me go on a new adventure. On a new adventure. On a new adventure. On a new adventure. Let me go, it's my time. Watch me build another life. Find another space. Explore the world and find my place. Hope you find some peace of mind. Hope the night was worth your time. Threw my heart away. We won't see another day. We both know the score. We've been here once before. So many words unspoken. You took my heart, it's already broken. You don't have to wait. I can take the pain. I will surrender. Let me go. It's a new adventure. On a new adventure. You'll find me dancing on my own. Nowhere to be, nowhere to go. In the rhythm, I don't think of you. Don't call me up when you're feeling blue. You'll find me dancing on my own. Nowhere to be, nowhere to go. In the rhythm, I don't think of you. Let me go. It's a new adventure. On a new adventure.
need you and your heart next to mine. Yeah, I'm all about keeping it you and I. When you're here, you spark chemical reactions. Your aura strikes like lightning. Got no words, I'm just drowning in attraction. Only one way to describe it. It's electric, can you feel it? You got the only touch that takes me high. It's electric, I'm up in my feelings. Got double vision 'cause of you tonight. It's electric.
Welcome back, everybody, to the PUBG Mobile Open FSL just for ladies. And this tournament is being partnered by Yahoo and Intel. And I am SisJenny. Together with me is Mochii.
Yes, and we have just witnessed a lot of great plays here from the side of PP. What do you call this? TGPPG, rather, from Malaysia, and has been really been able to set up the bars top tier from both group stages, and so far they've been able to secure 50 plus points for themselves, respectively 58, almost 60 actually, and 2 consecutive chicken dinners from the past 2 maps that we had.
Yep, and definitely we want to see the leaderboards and who is the one that is taking control right now. Besides, yes, it's TGPPG and TGPPG is taking control of both groups, so they have the most total points as of now, and followed by Rolex Girls with 36. Again, being consistent, these top two teams at least for Group B, and followed by Sugar Rush from Indonesia with 27, Esa Angels from Malaysia, YGY from Indonesia with 15, Farang Lassie from Malaysia with 15, Demi Goddesses from Philippines with 7, Goddess from Myanmar, and then we've got Goddesses Anastasi from Philippines also with 5, and then AKA X1 De Luna from Malaysia with 5.
And actually, there has been some shifting here from our leaderboards, but it's not that high, right? But in terms of how they're able to actually change things up, I think that just means that there is, of course, a learning curve in terms of how you would be able to know your opponent, and as well as how you'll be able to adjust in order to get the advantage when you entirely encounter them too. But this time it's going to be on a different map. It's going to be in the land of Sanhok, and we already discussed this earlier on what Sanhok really does possess. And for one, it's going to be the presence of the snakes. It's not you cannot deny that. We cannot deny that, and of course, we would be able to we cannot see. I mean, there might be some snipers, but it's going to be entirely difficult because there are no forest. I mean, there would be some snipers, but not that much because it's it's pretty close, right? Like mid, even short to mid ranges, they'll be able to secure some kills, especially in the later stages of the map. But yeah.
You're right, Mochi, definitely. Probably snipers, we might be seeing them in the first circles
Mm-hmm.
or around that areas. But I think in Sanhok is more popular of the close quarter combats where they
Yeah.
go with the CQC face on face, like a little bit of the TDM. But then again, it depends on where these teams, where are they going to land. Because I think as of now, knowing that this is the last round of the day and teams from number, I would say number 6 just now onwards till number 10, they want to get into the top 8, because there are teams just now earlier on and number 10, 8, and number 10, 9, and 8. They have already made changes and they have got themselves into the top 8 currently. So there will be still teams who are still struggling to get a little bit more points to get themselves that position tomorrow.
Yes, I agree. And I'm really waiting for more action here, actually, from the top five, or actually, let's just say top eight teams in general. You know what? There is a lot of consistency that's being presented here, and as well as, once again, the learning curve from some teams of the lower areas. But we'll be starting in a bit for our third map once again, and this is going to be the last map for this day, and we'll be seeing more of that tomorrow, like what SisJenny said. And I'm quite excited of how this would actually unravel for all the ladies out there and who would actually be hailed as the queens for this day, and if they will be able to continue and carry that on till tomorrow.
You're right. And you know what? I've heard some voices from the Tencent gods that we have already started over in Sanhok, going to fly over the beautiful islands with three archipelagos into one. This
Let's
is the
go.
Southeast Asia Sanhok we've made out of names that is found in Southeast Asia, basically. So teams have already alighted, and I see an early contention here looking into ESA, and one of the teams that have made their way down already quite early. I'm not exactly sure. I think that's Demigod from Philippines in over in the areas of Camp Bravo.
Yeah, and so it's the fact that we'll be seeing really high saturation here from TGPPG and as well as the Rolex girls. Oh my, we'll be heading on the same area, which is precisely the boot camp. And we know that
Ooh.
these two are the top teams, but we're already seeing some eliminations once again. Not even 30 minutes into the map, or 30 seconds rather.
Aha, and early skirmishes as we speak. And again, ooh, this is coming from the top two teams. This is Vietnam versus Malaysia, TGPPG. Like what Mochi is mentioning over in boot camp. They want blood. They want it serious. And Dini again being very vigilant with the headshot
Ooh.
over to Lazy. Goes down first.
Oh my, and I guess just how the fast hands and who will be able to land first is the advantage right now. And so far, I think they'll let her be and specifically prioritize looting more, of course, so that it will be able to head them face on later on. But so far, it is going to be them so prioritizing their loot, and as well as the fact that at least they already have a really good idea that the Rolex girls are at the same perimeter as they are.
Yep, but I really like the fact that Dini is so focused on her role. She is probably the rusher. You can see she's flanking out on
Mhm.
her own as compared to all the other teammates who is currently focused fire on towards this middle portion of bootcamp. She's doing her flanking, definitely knowing exactly, and at the same time taking care of the footsteps. Yep, there you go. The shots are
Ooh.
fired from Dini herself and getting a backup support from far. I really like the fact that they are doing this communication and we can see it happening right now.
Yeah, and actually, I'm really expecting a lot more action here, specifically from one of their members. And as far as I recall, it's Mira, right? And I'm really expecting more prowess from them, but she's a bit far, to be honest. And so far, I guess they'll just wait it out and actually see if any of the Rolex girls will be heading out of that area, because if ever they'll be there in order to wait them for them.
Uh-huh. Yep, now trying to cook a net. Already have located exactly where Miko is. Oh, nope, nope. No, not ready to cook the net yet. We'll try to take over other angles probably. And
Ooh.
this is another fight happening over Essa Love over with AKA. This is the areas of Camp Bravo. While that is happening over on the other side, we are just focused here to look into what is Rolex going to do, because they've got their corners being cordoned off. You know what? Let's switch sides and see what's happening here. And this is a close quarter call. And Nina with only an M16 in hand, doing a little bit of the rendering here, but I think they're very close to one another, trying to locate one another. Nina would already see one person in hand and would try to do a little bit of the flanking already. See, hello, hello. She found herself the gold pot on top, and they are just sharing the same building and will try to get whatever bullets they can. Esha's already down now. Two trade ups has happened over in the area of Camberville.
Yeah, at least they've been able to revive Elsa here from the side of Elsa Angels, but still some of the members here from AKA are really having a difficult time since they're really fighting off against this land. They really want the area for themselves, but look at this, going to be Mijo being able to receive a lot of damage from that encounter, and seems like Aka has been entirely eliminated at that instant, and oh my, calm down.
She's so happy, showing the sights of happiness spraying over the crates, and Essa taken over. This is a team at number 4 currently. Both of them from Malaysia, but showing that who's the boss right now. And right now we're going to see who is the right boss, whether it's Vietnam or Malaysia. And it looks like it's going to be another clutch here by TGPPJ taking over Bootcamp.
And oh my, so far that's going to be fast eliminations already being put out here. Not even the mid stages of the circles yet, but so far they're really dominating. And it's pretty similar. The side of Elsa Angels has since they have been able to survive that encounter earlier on, and so far the rest of the teams are just chilling. Like, you know what? You guys mind your own business, eliminate everyone, do the job, the dirty work for us, and we'll just do what we can in order to gear ourselves up in preparation to up battle up against you guys later.
True, they're just focused on towards looting. But I really like the fact that they are showing off their skills, and we did see a DBS being carried by one of the TTG players, and they showed. Oh no, did I say TTG? TGPPG, yeah.
Yeah.
TGPPG players was carrying one of the DBS. They definitely did that meta. They got it right, and they brought down the team that is currently right underneath them, which is Vietnam. But that's not the end. I'm sure you'll see them tomorrow over on the top 8, at least for Group B, and they will try to settle their differences aside over in another Sanhok tomorrow. But right now, as we go into the areas of Sanhok, there are teams that is trying to get more loots, and will do a little bit of the rotation, climbing into the current circle. If you have missed out exactly where the circle is, it's going towards all the way in the north side. So it still has a portion of Pine 9, it still has a portion of Bootcamp, and highly concentrated into Tadmog. So probably these teams are pretty much a-okay, no problem. It's still a huge circumference for them to cover before they meet before they meet one another.
Yeah, and actually, YG team has been able to do a lot of stuff earlier on, and specifically Umineko and the rest of the squad. But this time, they're really going and prioritizing the safe route here. I mean, earlier on, we have seen a lot of actions from them during the late stages of the Miramar map. But this time, they actually changed up their pace. You know what? Let's play more safer. As long as we're at the top 8, then we'll be able to do just fine. But once again, it will be pretty difficult for them to be comfortable with that placement, because there can be a lot more teams, or the other teams might actually advance further than them, and in terms of losing the spot, they can actually receive that.
Yep. Probably they will just try to prove who is the better supremacy, at least for Sanhok itself. We know that it's so hard to do a rotation over in Sanhok, whether it's going to be a lot of teams or less teams. It's pretty vulnerable to spot out one another quite quickly in the dense forest of Sanhok. But right now, looking into Essa, who would just go from one compound to another compound, get whatever they need. I don't think there will be any healing games for this Sanhok. Looking into the number of teams and players that is left in the lobby, it's not really important for them to equip with a whole lot of first aids, because usually in normal PUBG games you would see at least 1 or 2 teams who would go for the healing meta, and it seems like at this point of time I don't think they really need to. But we can see one person here, which is Amara from Demigod, with 6 first aids, so probably she might want to do that healing game.
Yes, and she's going to be the distributor of those goods later on. But so far, they'll be actually just saying here. Devi Goddesses are in a really good position here. The whole area is on their side, and they'll just scour for any more people who'll be passing or crossing down their path, and most importantly, try to engage in the battle if ever they'll be confident enough to execute them out.
Yep, you got that right. But it seems like team number 3 will wait for all the other ladies to come into play. And this is a team from, I think, This is from Philippines. Yes, this is Demigoddesses Anastasi over in Paradise, and we'll try to wait up for more opponents that will come in. As of now, the clock is just ticking. It's going towards the second phase. Over in this airdrop, we've got the all famous, infamous MK14 and a whole lot of good loots, at least to change if they get damage into one of their necessities, which is vest and a helmet. But I'm not sure again if this is actually something that the ladies is looking for, because they
Mm-hmm.
are so used to play with full lobbies, which is 16 teams, about 60 players. At this point of time, it's a little bit on the chill bit. They only have a few players left, and all they've got is just what they need. As of now, what they have is more than sufficient. Just to find one another is the tricky bit. Oh, look at
Yeah,
that
it's
penguin.
just it is cute penguin just chilling by the roof of the house.
Yeah, I know, right? So cute.
Just following her owner. But so far, it's going to be really interesting. Oh my gosh, I keep being distracted by the penguin. So
I
cute.
know. Hello.
Look at
It's
it.
so cute. I mean, I don't know what is this, but definitely PUBG Mobile always have things for us to look forward. Before this, it was the Godzilla, and then we had the little monkey, the gorilla, and now look into the penguin. They have all these,
Yeah.
I don't know, I can't remember what is it called, but it is definitely a partner, and it will go distress if you are knocked. But the best part is your enemy is not able to see the little pets that you have.
Mhm. Yeah, it's specifically just for you and your team. Yo, there's some effects too. Like what?
Yep, I
Okay,
really like
let's see.
that. So those of you who are
Yeah.
watching this live stream, remember to open your PUBG Mobile and redeem whatever goods you can. Because as of now, currently there is an event happening over in Hanoi, which is Sea Games, and it's still ongoing with the PUBG team category. Hence, there are cool things to be won in your PUBG Mobile. So when you can go in, redeem, do missions, and you get a lot of these goodies like what these ladies are carrying. Because I'm sure they are regular players of PUBG Mobile.
Mhm.
They do a lot of this collection of the customizable, I would say, skins and all these RNG stuff. Is when they actually play the PUBG Mobile. So this is the time where there's nothing happening. Open your PUBG Mobile, go and tap everything and take everything.
Yeah, while you're chilling and watching here in the FSL PUBG Open, and of course, like what you mentioned is, I think, is just the consistency in the grind as well, so
Mhm.
that they'll be able to build up on the skins and the stuff that they can actually redeem from
Yep.
the awards that PUBG Mobile is giving. Especially there is like another partnership coming up, right? It's the Evangelion one.
Yep, Evangelion. I think
She.
that's in I would say it's featured in Livik. So it's something definitely for you guys to look forward to. It's already open, so you guys can play a little bit in their daily
Mhm.
missions and collect all this cool stuff. But I'm hearing sprays here, and this is coming from TGPPG. They're looking for people.
Oh, yep, they're really looking for people, and there might be a chance that they'll be facing up against our members here from the side of the Goddesses. But so far, I guess they'll already spot up against each other, and they're just going for the free fires too. But so far, none of those are connecting, so everyone's safe. But they might be threatened.
Such aggressive gameplay here showed by PPG, one of the seniors, I would say. But at the same time, they are faced off with
Oh,
Demigod right now. And this is also another senior team coming from Philippines. Over in the kill feed, we did see one of the ladies who eventually did not make it and will have to get knocked in the blues. And if I'm not mistaken, she's all the way in Sami. Not exactly sure what happened to her. That's from an Indonesian team. But we can safely say right now, TGPPG, they are actually opening up, trying to cordon off the areas of paradise.
and also, they're just waiting for any people who would actually pass through there for the side of demigods. But so far, TGPPG is more on the part that they really wanted the teams to head onto them. Like, they're really just waiting for, you know what, come at us so that we'll be able to execute you guys. And they're really confident into doing this. So, so far, they're just waiting it all out as long as they're still at the perimeter of the circle, since they're in a really good position right now. But so far, we're having one person who is really, really far from the circle, and sadly, that's going to be eliminated. And as far as I may recall, that's on the side of Team YGY.
Yep, and being very far, I'm not sure exactly why she was in Sami, but usually people that drops in Sami would go for the first aids. I'm not sure why she did not get to heal. Probably had an late drop than the
Mm-hmm.
rest of the other teams because I think her current team is over in Quarry, and right now we're just seeing a lot of these teams just waiting upon one another. But I really like the fact that earlier on when we see over in Paradise, demigoddesses, they have each angle covered over on the roof
Mm-hmm.
of each of the paradise resorts. So basically, they are covering all the circumference that they need to, being very vigilant and hoping to get at least one or two. But though that's is quite vulnerable because it's early in the circle, it's only the second circle, and they already open up that much. If they make any open contention that is quite early, it will be vulnerable for the team.
Yeah, I agree. And so far, we're having some people here at the actually by the boundaries of the blue zone, and they might actually be seeing, or they have to face up against our members here from the side of ESA Angels and as well as GL. But let's not get rid of the fact that GL and Jill and Pachi are already low in terms of manpower, but let's say they can still actually make this work. They can clutch it out. It's still doable. But so far, it's already the time where they decided to go for the rotations here. They have to get into the circle, and so it's the fact that I guess is going to be the gatekeeping game here for the side of ESA Angels and as well as that lone survivor for the side of Zap.
Mm-hmm. They're just gonna rotate for now. Everybody's safely in the circle. Although for two teams that is currently trying to get into the circle, and it's coming from the areas of Langkawi and also the areas of Kampong, so they have to shift their way in. There's only two teams, but from what I'm looking at, I think the angles is not going to be an easy entrance for them. And looking at it, I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
YGY will do a gatekeep similarly to ESA, and this is going to be troublesome for goddess from Myanmar and also demi goddesses from Philippines.
Yeah, and at least they still have more time to contemplate on where they should go, where they should go, and they can go for the long rotations here just for them to secure a really good spot where there would be no gatekeeping that's about to happen. And I guess they would be able to have their vehicles as well, but once again, that's just a lot of noise if ever they will be able to secure one, and would be really deadly for them specifically because there are a lot of people at this current terrain. But so far, they're just gonna chill and wait the circle out, and they really wanna prolong this game, considering that they really wanted to lessen up the members here who's still living in the circle, and as well as the fact that they really wanted to um, go for the advantage as they would be low key from the few instances that we currently have.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just waiting for something to happen right now. Three teams are very close to one another, and the circle is concentrated. Pinnacle Point over in Paradise, which is currently belonging to the Philippines team, Demi Goddesses Anastasi, who is currently in Paradise. So they will try to take over the compound and not let any kind of invasion from different teams to come in as of now, because it's already our third circle. The fourth circle, we definitely will hear one another spraying to each other's sides. I'm sure actually TGPPG is able to do a little bit of the sprays here when they can see one, but as of now it's a bit too early and they want to chill a little bit because I think there's nothing else that they need to prove to us that they can perform and they can win this. In fact, I'm not surprised if they are champions tomorrow.
Yeah, actually, that's something I really wanted to point out here because they're so consistent. They're really dominating, just like what we are seeing here. It seems like Kimmy will be immediately knocked down, and look at this. They're so far from each other, and it makes me question how one of the members from TGPPG has been able to secure Kimmy.
Oh, and there you go. With an eagle eye in the sky, Miko and Fred is able to spot out Umineko from the other side and already keeping that information in hand with a 6 times on an M4. Totally zoom out over with the 3 times scope range, and we'll try to tap even more. Already exactly know. Oh, there you go. Legs. I can see legs there. She's waiting for the right time to do a little bit of the tapping. Will it damage? Will it connect? Nope, it will not connect yet. A little bit of the damage is being given from Miko towards YGY.
Yes, and so far just really catching up on to the members here from the side of YGY. Like whoever comes down, then they'll immediately get rid of them. So far, Gia would be cornered at this tree here, and as well as the other members. But at least they really have to strategize on how they should get out of their specific locations, because if not, then automatically TGPPG will be able to just keep an eye out for them until they get out. But oh, that's a lot of damage on too far.
Ooh, yep. At least half of HP went down across. And you know what? Ooh, the first person has been spotted out. And this is coming from Farang Lassie towards Demi Goddesses, who guarded all the angles. Like I said, they have already all the angles being cordoned off. But you know what? The circle right now is not favoring Paradise at all. So they would probably rethink the options for Demi Goddesses. What they could do right now is at least to eliminate Farang Lassie from moving in, like what they are trying to do, getting a bit more damage as than usual for Farang Lassie. But already Circle has already shown itself where it's going to close in. I don't think they will go into the areas of Paradise. They would rotate right outside to make themselves the first few invaders into the next circle.
Yes, definitely. But look at this. It's going to be Esha actually being close to the perimeter of where the demigoddesses Anastasia resides. And so far, it seems like it's going to be really deadly here for the side of demigoddesses if ever they decided to get out of there. Because I think their members here from the side of TGPPG and as well as Angels are really certain that someone is at the paradise, and they're really willing to catch up onto them and if ever eliminate the whole team. But look at this. It's going to be the same thing that's unveiling right now. Is going to be one from each side of YGY, and as well as Demigod is being taken down, and actually two from YGY.
Ooh, and a Zap not looking good at all. So no luck at all for Patchy. And will be spotted out tanking a little bit of that damage. Demigod Clay already have knocked Umiko with a nade. Next one goes down. Kimi. Uh-oh, not a great entrance at all. Even though both of them are on the perimeters. I'm seeing a push here. And cleared off back to the lobby for Team YGY. But not so fast because there's another contestant. It's happening here. Patchy taking one sneakily from the back. Being the only survivor or the only player for Zap, in fact, will try to sneakily take away whatever she can in order to sustain the teams to get into top 8. But before that, we can hear a bit more spraying from the distance, and this is far. Again, long distance shots over to Patchy.
Wow, okay, seems like Zap is already out of the question here. At least she tried to last out long, but so far it's going to be Nyobi being spotted out here by the side of TGPPG with eyes of an eagle, like what SisJenny said. But so far it's going to be more casualties being taken down here from the side of what do you call this? It's from the side of the team of one of the teams of Malaysia.
Farang Lassie here will try to do a push. Already exactly know there's 2 knockdowns. They have to find 2 more. But at the same time, they've got to worry about the circle because it's about 200 meters and this is phase number 5. It's super painful. It goes down like 40% of your HP if you're not in the circle. That's the reason why we are seeing the teams running away. But ouch! Ooh. Super painful. Miwa, eyes on the prize, will try to take down as many casualty that she can as she goes into the circle.
Yeah, but look at this. Doc is being hunted down by the members here from the side of Parang Lassie, and that's going to be really difficult for her to actually escape this. Because look at this. I mean, she still has a lot of meds to work out with, but they're really gatekeeping her. And I think it's going to be little to no chance for her to actually survive this. But so far, it's going to be Janice being taken down by one of the members here from the side of Esa Angels, and that's going to be the FIFA really connecting into these members. And so far, they're already running low here from the side of the goddesses from Myanmar, and at least they've been able to go for the retaliation for the shots. But Love, oh no, Love of God, what's gonna happen to you? Will be taken down by Miko from TGPPG, and so far TGPPG still has the last say in every encounters that they're having.
Yep, look at that mini map. TGPPG went the circle. They are in the circle. They're gonna be the gatekeepers. I'm not sure if there's gonna be a back-to-back chicken dinner. It seems like it. They are gonna hold the fort strong. It's gonna make all these other teams to come in. It's gonna make it difficult. But you know what? Lassie managed to get a bit of the portion of the circle. Though they don't have a compound, they have the advantage point. They just gotta get themselves concealed and know exactly where the shots are coming from. The shots are still coming from Mira, being spotted by Demigod on the other side. But we'll try to reset and wait for the right timing to do so. We've got 12 players remaining, 5 teams inside, and it's only 2 players that is currently in the circle. Two teams. I
Yeah,
mean.
and if ever our members here from the side of TGPPG will be going for the aggression, there might be a risk that demigoddesses can actually catch them off guard. So that would be one of the factors that we have to look out here for. But there's still one more member here from the side of SL Angels, so let's see if she would be able to do something regardless of her struggling in terms of minimum support. I guess not anymore, as I was saying it, but that's
Wow.
going to be additional people here being taken down here by Miramar, and it's just overall a party.
I really like the fact she's super confident to lurk and just do a little bit of the sprays, even though she was seen by the other side. Ay, ay, ay. But no luck at all right now. Now a little bit of the picking. Oh, not enough time. We'll tank the damage a little bit. Not enough time to do a revival at all. TG, PPG still taking the ground, showing aggression. Nobody is down yet. Farang Rassi will try to get in. Far here knows exactly where they are coming from. They don't have the compound, and right now the compound is coming out of TGPPG. Farang Lassie can wait this out if they don't want to let PPG win that chicken dinner.
But look at this, it's still the 4v2 that's happening here, and so far they're really having some difficulty, but Miko is already receiving some shots from the side of Farang Lassie. But look at this, Spy is by the sidelines being able to secure Mira down, and it's going to be Miwa trying to go for the revive, but that would not be the case, and in return is going to be the lesser reviving woman here. Miwa, what are you going to do against the 4 remaining members here from TGP, but there's two really going for the aggression, and that would be the match being ended by TGPPG once again. 3 consecutive chicken dinners for these women, going berserk throughout the whole duration of this first day of the PUBG Mobile Open by FSL.
Yeah, man. Then that was definitely a good grenade by Mika from the side, and Fa already know exactly where the target was coming from. Miwa, if she only had the manpower or the ladies in hand, that would be a good fight for Farang Lassie versus TGPPG. But here we go. These are our top 3. Again, domination from TGPPG, showing that this is their game, this is their day, with a whole lot of kills in hand. And number 2 is Farang Lassie. Number 3 is Goddesses with 3 elimination points. Number 4 is Demi Goddesses with 4 elimination points. SI number 5 with 4 elimination points. Another Demi Goddess with 1 elimination point at number 6. Number 7, again, being quite consistent, I would say, for Patchy, representing Zep for the Philippines with 1 elimination point. And number 8, we've got YGY with 0 elimination point. Rolex though did not came into top 2 this time with 0 elimination points from Vietnam, and last but not least is AKA from Malaysia with only 1 elimination point at number 10. So that was our last match of the day over in Sanhok, and we definitely can tell that hey, we're gonna see TGPPG tomorrow.
Definitely, and without a doubt, might be even one of the teams who will be showcasing or will have the greatest chance into securing our prizes. And of course, the bragging rights as well. But so far, it is such a really great match to start up with, because this just shows and exhibits and showcases all the skills that our teams currently have. And so far, it seems it is really evident that TGPPG has been able to establish that, as well as the Rolex Girls, Sugar Rush, and all of the other teams, and those who were able to actually catch up to our current top 8. And I guess just in a while we'll be able to see a last glimpse of our leaderboards, just for us to have a really good summary of today's matches.
Yep, definitely. We want to see who is current top 8 that made it to the next round. Of course, if you want to see the other group, you can always watch the social media from FSL at Facebook to see which teams will make it out tomorrow. But definitely, that game is a lot to say about TGPPG. Not only they have the firepower, the IGL exactly knows where to move. She rotated all the way from bootcamp, passed through Paradise Resort, and make themselves the invader of the last few circles that they were in before this.
Yeah, and actually, you know what? Rolex Girls are really commendable, but the problem with the last match is that they have to face TGPPG that early, and then we know how TGPPG has been able to go for the aggressions regardless of what time of the day is like they show no mercy, to be honest. And yeah, I guess just the timing and of course the choice or the location of the drum. They have to face up against each other, but still, it's really commendable, and I still really applaud our members here from the side of World of Scale in terms of trying to face up against them, and in doing so.
Yep, domination indeed. And we can safely say that four of the ladies have each own skill sets, and they have definitely showed us that they are made for this match. And not only that, I think they are ready for, like, general matches with the men's category. I'm sure the way they are playing, full of aggression, they are so ready to take on fights after fights, and the rotation and a whole lot of things to say about TGVG. Again, not disregarding
Yeah.
all these other teams that have participated today. Unfortunately, for one of the teams have been playing only a member. I hope to see if Zep does make it into the top 8, at least tomorrow play with a full squad, then we can see the potential of Zep, because I think Zep is definitely one of a team that is known in Philippines also
Mm-hmm.
for carrying the name of Zep. So unfortunately, we only get to see Patchy playing for Zep today.
Yeah, actually, and still, we're still wanting to commend her because she really has all the discipline and all the brain power that she can get, just in order to keep herself safe and try to even secure the frags and catch any teams off guard. Like, to be honest, if I'm just the only player fighting for my team, like,
Yeah.
you know what, let's just go for a default. But no, she still decided to go forward and still represent her team regardless of all the odds and the disadvantages that she may face. So I guess that's still one of the remarkable things that we can point out for that. And still, it seems like we'll be having the finalizations in terms of our tally, but I am seeing an astounding 85 points at the leaderboards right now.
Oh wow, that's
Wow.
amazing. Only if they had another round, they would probably get the 3 digits already just by having 4 matches. That's really crazy. A lot of things to say about that team, particularly. But of course, it has been a wonderful match so far. We've seen carried out by all these ladies. They have showed that they have skills, and that's the reason why they registered. They want to show that ladies can take over esports at least. And for today, it's for FPS. We can hold guards too.
Yeah, definitely. And I can't wait to actually see some teams here from the side of Group Stage A, because actually, you know what? Even if we say that some of the teams are really remarkable, I guess no bias is just all from the results that we are taking
Mm-hmm.
in so far. TGPPG, they got no match. Like, so far, they're really, I don't know, they're out of the bounds, to be honest. They're cream with the crop. They're just excelling in every map that they have, even pulling off 3 chicken dinners in a row. And I guess the second highest that's following up against them is just 55 points. So
Yep.
regardless, it's still really high. And so far, TGPPG might be able to secure that slot tomorrow. Let's see.
Yep, they are currently the dominators, at least for this group. Because coming from Group A, I'm seeing a lot of the teams that is quite aggressive in the sense of
Mm-hmm.
elimination points. So that would be a challenge for TGPPG, because as of this group, I don't think it's really much of a challenge for them to get elimination points. But if they were to put in together with the combination of today's game from both different groups, they would definitely meet a whole lot of MVPs or rushers and the people who usually get elimination points. So it could be a different kind of chemistry and vibe tomorrow itself.
Yes. And yeah, it's going to be the final look, final stare, and final summary of our today's match. Is going to be the leaderboards being flashed by onto your screens, and we'll see. Oh, okay. So we will be having low leaderboards for today. Well, at least we have already said all the what do you call this, important points from the matches or the players, the teams that we had from earlier on. But what are your last say here from SisJenny?
All right. So actually, we want you guys to do a reference to our FSL Facebook page for you to go and check out which 8 teams actually made it from today's game itself. At least for Group B, I can safely say TGPPG. Obviously, they would make it into the round.
Yeah.
We did see 3 chicken dinners in a day. I'm sure without even elimination points, they will go through. And you know what? Our production is nice enough to show you guys, at least for Group B, which team will make it
Mhm.
into the top 8 tomorrow. So we were going to see
Let's
in a
go.
bit. Give us just a little bit of time to grind, and then we will show you guys the teams that will make it all the way till tomorrow's finals.
Yes, of course. We're just putting some more. What do you call it? We're just putting more dazzle. We're just putting more blessings. You know what? Let's just put all the buffs over there for tomorrow, so that they will be able to go and perform their best face for tomorrow's matches.
All right, let's take a look into who made it into the top 8. Let's go. And there you go. Our
Shoo!
top 8 for Group B is TGPPG with 85, Rolex Girls with 37, Farang Lassie with 33.
Essa Angels with 27. We also have Sugar Rush with 27. We also have the Goddess from Myanmar of 20 points. And even the Demigoddesses of 19 from PH and YGY team with 16 points. And unfortunately, our members here from the side of Demigoddesses, Anastasia and aka Exxon the Luna, wouldn't be able to make it through, but at least they still have their representatives for their own and each countries.
Yeah, so these are our top 8 that will be joining with Group A. And for you to find out, you have to follow our socials, FSL Facebook, and to get notified who you will be seeing tomorrow. And you know what? That's it from me, SisJenny and Mochii. We hope to see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much, Mochii. And yep,
Thank you.
yeah, stay safe and see you tomorrow.
Bye bye.
go, there's no doubt. Gotta get out of this small town. You took my heart from me, now you're everywhere I see. Set me free, let me fly, let